Hello party people, welcome to a new vlog. Father Novels and I are currently en route to Frisco because we're going to go to a book signing. Or I mean, he's dropping me off to go to a book signing. I'm going to the book signing, not him. So I have a couple friends that are meeting me there. I'm seeing Michaela, I'm seeing Olivia for the first time. Twice. Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte. I'll link her down below because she's probably going to be featured quite a bit in this vlog in the next couple clips. Super exciting. Hopefully I'm not going to be super nervous because I feel like now with book signings, since I'm older than the market age, I don't even know what it was, but back when I was a teenager I was always super excited to meet authors. Now I'm just very awkward and uncomfortable. I'm like, hi, I read this. Bye. I'm not gonna buy the book that she's touring for, which I feel kind of bad for, and again, a reason why I'm gonna be a little awkward. I just love her other series so much and I want to tell her that, so hopefully it won't be too uncomfortable. Hopefully I'll get footage of the stuff happen, like her panel, and then me and Olivia hanging out with Michaela. So yeah, we're like 15 minutes away. I will update you when we're there. Last time I vlogged in Barnes & Noble, they told me they're allowed to film, so. The tongue. Disgusting! Olivia is here. I'm putting the camera down really low because I'm paranoid people are watching us because all the seats behind us are taken. Oh, he said my name and I got scared. I forgot Julie Murphy was gonna be here. Every time I chew, my chin goes to 3. Every time I exist, my chin goes to 3. Oh god. We're literally in front row. So we got the good views. This quality is too clear. Me after I got the iPhone 10.
All right, y'all, let's give a nice warm Texas welcome to Kirsten and Julie.
She said Texas welcome, so I went yay, and no one laughed, so.
Can you like tell us a little bit more about Slayer and where it picks up, if it picks up with Buffy or, you know, not necessarily with Buffy, hint, hint?
So I loved Buffy growing up. It came on when I was a teenager and it was kind of like mind-blowing for me because here's a show about a teenage girl and not only is she amazing and kick butt and can fight vampires and demons and prevent minor apocalypses, but it also took her seriously emotionally, like her relationships and her friendships and her relationship with her mom and all those things. So to see a show that like said here's a teenage girl and she matters and teenage girls are the most powerful force on earth, I was like, yes, somebody gets it. You know, in high school I was pretty quiet about the fact that I liked it because I didn't like telling people what I liked because that made me feel vulnerable. I still remember once I was on a bus coming home from a Spanish field trip and I was like, oh, I hope we get back in time for my show, and a girl was like, what show? And I was like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And she was like, I watch it too. And I was like, oh my gosh, are we friends now? So I loved it. I watched it as a teenager. I watched it again in my 20s when I was home with 2 beautiful, terrible children. They're wonderful now and still beautiful, so it worked out in the end. And it changed the way that I watched it, but it always meant a lot to me. How many of you guys have not seen Buffy? Okay, it's fine. It's really okay. We're only judging you a little bit. You can leave now. No, just kidding. No, don't leave. I'm so excited for the 7 seasons of television mastery you'll have ahead of you.
Kiersten, I love you, but I'm not gonna watch it.
But I will say Slayer functions as an introduction to the world if you haven't already watched Buffy. So no worries, you're just fine. To give you a brief introduction to Slayers, since the beginning of time, there's been one girl endowed with a special mystical power that makes her strong and have incredible instincts and a little bit of psychic intuition so that she can fight vampires and demons. But it's only ever been one girl, so the chosen one. It's a big burden for a teenage girl. And at the end of season 7, and this is a spoiler, but it's a 15-year-old spoiler, so that's on you. Buffy breaks the binding so that now any girl who had the potential to become a Slayer is a Slayer or will become a Slayer. And so they said, we want a new Slayer. Yeah, they're like, it can be someone from season 7, but it doesn't have to be. And so I got to sit down and like make my own Slayer, which was kind of mind-blowing because it was so important to me storytelling growing up.
Sorry, I just saw a dog on the corner of my eye and was like, what? It's my turn to talk again. Dogs. Okay, so I know that in the writing world, a lot of you guys don't get to see what happens behind the scenes, but there's a lot of this happening where writers are approached about playing in what we call someone else's playground, which sounds way dirtier than it actually is. All it means is that like you're playing with someone's intellectual property. So was this like, I mean, you're a huge Buffy fan. Like, how do you approach this and not be terrified the whole time? And also having like a giant fan freak out, how are you not too precious about like the source material? Like, how do you go in and like dig around like this is your bedroom?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? Because at first I was totally excited because usually when you write a story, you're writing it for yourself first, right? You're telling yourself the story that you want to read, and any fans are imaginary somewhere lurking on Goodreads waiting, setting up pages for untitled Kiersten White book that may be coming at some point in the future, and some person gives it 5 stars, another person gives it 1 star, and you're like, thank you?
Literally,
Literally, there's nothing.
It doesn't exist.
The book doesn't exist, but someone out there I have already brutally disappointed. It's so great. But with this, I sat down and I realized, like, oh, people are already waiting for this book. And Buffy meant so much to me, and it meant so much to a lot of people because it was a really groundbreaking show in a lot of ways. And so I was like, oh, I could really, like, actually disappoint people with this book. So I wrote the pitch, and it was great, and they all approved it. So I sat down and wrote a totally different book. And honestly, like, I choked. I felt so much pressure to write that book perfectly that I just wrote a totally different book, and it was really bad. Like, that might have been okay if it had been a good book, but it was not a good book.
Right.
There was this one section where I was like, wouldn't it be cool to see a Slayer go through an American Ninja Warrior style gym?
I would read that.
No, you wouldn't. So in 2017, I wrote 4 complete novels, but 2 of them were Slayer. I wrote Slayer, and then I also wrote Slayer. And it was because I felt so much pressure, but then it really informed the way that I wrote Nina, because that concept of, like, having this chosen one status to set on your shoulders and then being overwhelmed with everything that it means, I'm like, I get it, girl, I get it. So yeah, that was a really fun writing process.
So I want to talk a little bit more about, like, the chosen one trope. Like, going into the TV series, like, the entire Buffyverse is, like, based on this, like, chosen one trope, and I love, like, the undoing of it at the end of the series. So can you talk a little bit more about how you played with that and how Nina plays into that?
Yeah, so I do love a good chosen one trope, and the fact that, you know, the fact that you're a chosen one means you didn't get to choose. It was it was dropped on you, and I feel like that's such, like, a teen concept, because when you're a teenager, everything around you is telling you who you are and what you can and can't be and who you have to be. Like, your parents, your school, your friends, the media, everything is like, this is how to be who you're supposed to be. And oftentimes, almost always, I would say, that doesn't fit. And so much of teenagerhood, and especially for teenage girls, it's defining who you are in spite of and in the middle of all those things, because they're not always all bad pressures, but it is a lot of pressure. So it's very much like a story about deciding what to do when somebody has made your decisions for you. Like, how are you going to move forward? How are you going to reclaim who you are?
We were at the front of the line, so it went by so fast, and I didn't vlog anything. I was just like, nervous. Okay, so I got up there. I'll reenact it. I got up there. What's her name? I almost said Kristen Stewart. Kiersten White. She was like, you look so good with your outfit. I was like, thank you. This is the only outfit I wear when I leave my house because it's the only thing I own.
Wait, I'm going downstairs.
Okay. And then I was like, this series is my ride or die series. I love Whitney Atkinson. Get in my shot.
Here's my head.
And then after I said that, I'm like trying to rehash what we said because I missed vlogging it because I was panicking. You know,
I should have vlogged you. Let's go back.
I let Olivia have my arc of air fire and she's gonna look at it for the first time.
I'm actually tearing up. I don't know. Is the camera catching me? It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
The book's not that great.
My camera died, so it's in my pocket.
Do a sad goodbye and I'll walk backwards and hopefully not fall. Take me home.
Wish I was back in Texas. Bye, Olivia. Come see my cats. Yes. Okay, bye. Book signing over. That was so much fun. Kiersten was so cute. Julie and I were talking about North Texas Teen Book Fest and how we were both gonna be there, and she remembered me because she lives in North Texas, so I've known her since like 2013. I told her I loved that series so much, and she got really excited because my arc of the 3rd one had a bunch of sticky tabs in it from when I sent it to Bonnie. We found our car. WhittyNovels is a bad influence and wanted us to come here, so bad book buying decisions are about to happen. We're at In-N-Out now because it's the restaurant of the gods. At Half Price Books, I wasn't really gonna buy anything unless they had more Christina Lauren books I haven't read yet, but they didn't have any, which is strange. But I ended up remembering I still have to get a copy of The Wicked King, so I picked this one up. And I didn't really want the Barnes & Noble edition because I have the white edition of the first one. I think the black edition is ugly, don't tag me. So I got this one, but it was $18. This book is 20 bucks for this tiny... I'm mad, but oh well, I have it. I didn't mean to take such a long pause in this vlog. It's been a couple days since I last talked to you. By a couple days, I mean like half a week. I meant to record a clip about this yesterday, but I literally got ready and sat on the ground and ready to film, then my camera was dead because I hadn't charged it since after the book signing, so I think it was God's plan telling me I didn't need to sit on the floor and cry and complain. I've just been down at the dumps lately, and it's dumb because I have a whole list of things to be grateful for, and like honestly I'm just sitting here all day doing nothing, so there's nothing to be upset about. The reason I'm vlogging is because I started a new book. As you recall, I've been reading Life After Life by Whitney Atkinson for several weeks now since the new year, and I was really enjoying it when I started it, and then accidentally put it down for like a week, and now I just can't get back into it. So I just said, whatever, I'm just gonna read fun, easy things until I get my reading mojo back. So I decided to pick up a book that I hauled recently, A Princess and a Pauper retelling. This is by Alexandra Benedict, but it's set in like the 1880s London, and it's all about this girl who used to be from a really rich family, and this indentured servant that her father had working for them. They kind of had a fling when they were little, but she ended it off with him really cruelly. And then skip 10 years later, now she is the one who's destitute and orphaned, and he is the successful one, so she comes to him, and they are all like, oh, how the turns have tabled. It just completely flips on itself. I'm currently 90 pages into it. No 6 so far. I don't know for what reason Alexandra thought I bought this book, but it definitely wasn't for plot development. So I'm a little less than halfway. I think I'm just gonna hunker down and read this because I keep on going on my computer and on my phone and on YouTube and watching dumb compilations of stuff that doesn't matter in my life. So I'm trying to focus in and be more productive. I actually woke up today at like 9 a.m. and I've usually been waking up at like 2, 3, 4 p.m. I have errands to do tomorrow, and I also, maybe this is for a separate vlog, I don't know, I have a book idea. I never have book ideas. I don't know how to start writing a novel. I don't know how outlines go. I think I want to outline it because I know if I just start writing it, it'll go nowhere, and I don't want it to be like a first draft of a book that I just throw away because it's crap. But I want to try and write it, and I'm like, I have time. So I feel like with all my free time, I can write a whole book. I just don't know how. Update. I'm thinking about DNFing this book. They had sex once. It was fine. But this book literally just turned into a mystery, and I'm like, we're not here for a plot. I thought we established this. And so I have like 50 pages left, and I really could care less. So I'm skipping entire chapters. I'm just looking for some good, but nothing. Hello? Is this the Krusty Krab? So this next section I'm about to film is called Taking an L. It's pretty early in the morning, and no, I'm not a successful human who woke up early. I never went to bed last night. So something I thought would be fun is taking forever to screw my camera on this tripod. There's been a lot of discussion about Marie Kondo's new Netflix series, Tidying Up, which is generally about making sure people only keep stuff that is special to them. More specifically, there's a whole section on books and getting rid of books you don't want. It did make me turn a keen eye on my own shelf and be like, I do need to go through a lot of these because a lot of the books that I get really cheap for like maybe $1 to $3, and I justify buying it because I'm like, when will I ever get that bargain ever again? So I got this book from Half Price Books. I was like, it's a romance, royal romance. Romance, royal romance. It doesn't spark joy because I'm only holding on to it because I'm like, I'll read it one day, which like I don't have a personal reason to be excited, so I'm not keeping it. Another book like that is The Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. I have literally hauled, unhauled, and hauled this book again because I keep saying, I'm gonna read it. And then I buy it, and when I own it, I'm like, I don't care. I don't know when, if ever, I'll be in the mood to read adult fantasy that's not like porn centric. I'm tempted to get rid of this feminist book of like famous women throughout history. I feel like this is a coffee table book that like you flip through but you don't read it in its entirety. I'm sure there's lots of good information about some women that I am interested in. I don't think I would ever sit down and read this, so I'm gonna pass this one on. The Secret Garden. Honestly, 90% of the reason I'm holding on to this is because Todd Amafi said this is one of her favorite books as a kid. I've heard it's boring, I've heard there's racism against Indians, and I tried reading this like, oh, it's a kid's book, how difficult can it be? Perhaps I'm stupid, but I got bored within page 1, getting rid of it. I feel like I own so many books that in my head I'm like, that sounds like it'll be good, but on paper I have no other reason to read it other than the conceptual idea that I might enjoy it with no reviews to substantiate that. I feel like I can't unhaul YA because it's all going to be so easy and quick to read, whereas if I unhauled like this dense fantasy book, it's going to save me a lot of time on my TBR. I feel like I should only own books that I'm excited to read, but I can't get rid of them because I'm like, then that was a waste of money, which I should have thought about before I bought them, but dumbasses are us, am I right, ladies? Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it at this small handful. I sat down here to do more, but then I was like, a lot of these fall in that category of I don't want to get rid of it because I might like it. I'm still making my way through Princess and the Pauper. This is just boring. I bought this book because I just wanted Princess and Pauper, you know, and this is just like, let's find out why her dad died, and I'm like, no. So I think I'm gonna skim read the last 40 pages of this. I think I told you like 5 hours ago I was gonna finish this, and then I didn't. I'm gonna sit down and do that now. I just finished skim reading my way through the rest of the Princess and the Pauper. It's not like outright bad, but nothing happens. It's really poorly constructed. It's so boring. Like, it sets up this whole mystery of like, who killed her dad? Literally halfway through the novel it tells you, and then the rest of the book is them just trying to find him. It's just very confusing because the characters' motivations were so weird. Like, the girl betrayed the guy when they were young and like accused him of rape, and so they grew up, and 10 years later the guy was like, oh, I love her so much I want to kiss her but we can't, and then she'd literally be like, kiss me, I want to be with you, and he'd just go, no, we can't. And it's like, what? Why? I kind of anticipated it wouldn't be a great book, but I didn't realize it would be less than 3 stars, and I think I'm gonna give this like 2. I also forgot to mention I started a manga, so I began 1 Week Friends. This is a manga about this girl and guy who go to school together. The guy is really infatuated with this girl in his class, and he wants to get to know her, but she's very standoffish and she really doesn't want to be friends with him. And he eventually finds out it's because every week her memories reset, and so she will forget any friends she ever makes. And so it's all about like him wanting to find a way through that so they can continue to be friends. There's no page numbers in here, but I think I'm like a little less than halfway through. It's all right. Honestly, it was $15 and I don't think it was worth $15. It's pretty cute, I guess. There's not really any depth to it. It's just really strange. I thought like her memories resetting every week, it would be like her entire memory resets, but it's only like the friends that she makes. Like, she remembers people she hates, but she doesn't remember friends she likes. It's so random, and it feels like there could be a lot of plot holes around that. It's harder to sustain my disbelief when it's something so weirdly specific like that. I'm hoping it'll turn out pretty cute. There's been a couple cute moments, but again, I think it's gonna be like a 3 star at maximum. Okay, so I've actually been decently productive today. It's every time I wear this Nike get up. I don't know, I went out and did some errands this morning. I mailed some packages for books that people bought off my Depop. A guy is here fixing our drywall. Because it's so loud and hectic in this house, I want to go snuggle kittens, and I need to bring a book out there to focus on while I'm snuggling them. I'm gonna bring Life After Life, which I actually really enjoy. It's just difficult to get into. And then if that's too much work, I'll just do this manga. So bring in 2 books. Let's go see Memos. This is the life of motherhood. Just watching these cats beat each other up. Hi, little man. I love them so much. Hi, honey bun. Ma'am, do you mind? Ma'am? Thank you. What are you doing? Hi, pretty girl. I definitely just fell asleep out here for like an hour. They all were underneath the little thing doing a good snuggle, so I laid down. I did a good snuggle, and we all did a good snuggle together. What are you doing? You're so vicious. You're so vicious. I woke up because she clawed me in the face, so she's up and ready to be active again. I'm gonna head indoors under a blanket, but I did do some reading. I got to page 304 of this, and I think I was on like 280 or 270. Not bad. Tonight was the second night in a row that I didn't sleep. So instead of going to bed at 10 a.m. I'm going to just stay up. Yesterday I survived until about 3, and then I crashed for 6 hours. I haven't been doing a ton of reading since my clip yesterday, you know, spending all night in bed on my phone. I do have these things to talk about now. So after I finished Beautiful Bastard by Christine Lauren, which I anticipated that I would not like and I would not continue the series, I was shocked that I actually really liked it. I didn't really like it, but I liked it enough to want to buy the rest of them. And the cheapest place where I know where I can get books is thrift books. So I got these for $3 a pop. I included some other stuff that I've been looking at getting, and I don't remember what some of those were. So we're gonna find out. First, I'm seeing a mass market paperback, which I did not know it was gonna be a mass market paperback. Also, it's in diarrhea quality. I don't know, like every time I order a book from thrift books that says it's in horrible condition, I'm just like, how bad can it be? The worst books that I own are like maybe a couple scratches. Like, how do people do this to their books? But yeah, you saw what this book was. Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella, an author that I have been meaning to read for literally years. I've been bouncing around on what book of hers I want to try first and which I think I'll like the most, because a lot of her stuff is iconic but it's updated. Hey dog!
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good! Yay, Jack! You want to come haul books with me? You're a good boy. Come here. Lay down. Or give me your butt. That's cool too. We're gonna do this clip with dog panting in the background for the rest of the time. But yeah, I felt like this is a good compromise between like old stuff and new stuff, and it sounded the most interesting to me. It's about this girl who's been keeping a couple secrets to herself, and then one day on a plane somewhere she decides to just vent to a stranger, and then realizes as soon as she gets off the plane, you need to be quiet, I'm filming. She thought this man was a stranger, then she gets off the plane, goes to work, and realizes it's her new CEO. He knows all her secrets. How is it 8:30 a.m. and everyone is upstairs socializing? Okay, so I got 3 books in the series. I think there's 1 or 2 more. I think the next one after Beautiful Bastard is Beautiful Player? Stranger. No. Oh, I'm already getting them mixed up. There's also Beautiful Secret, and there's also Beautiful Player. And there's tons of novellas that come in between them, so this series is really bulky, but these are just easy, trashy reads. Hopefully whenever I finish reading all her books I can do like an author exploration type video and tell you like what are my favorite books by her ranked. So that's half the reason I'm reading these. Also, they're just like the easiest thing to read on a rainy day when you need something trash and light. Okie doke, so it looks like I got 4 other books that were just random purchases for me. 2 of these I've already read, so I'll talk about those briefly. So first I got The Interpreter of Maladies by Jhumpa Lahiri. This is a book that I read for my Indian, African, and Oceanic literature class. So this is a book of essays that is by an Indian author, and it talks about different themes of colonialism in India and tourism. I don't remember a ton about it. I really need to give this a reread, but I know I loved it because it was beautiful and all the stories had meaning. The next book I got that I've already read is I'm Malala by Malala Yousafzai. This is by a famous young woman who's from Pakistan who is an advocate for young women, especially young Muslim women, getting an education. And this is her memoir about what it was like growing up in the valley that she grew up. She was famously shot in the head by the Taliban because her father and herself were really outspoken about feminism and women's rights in Muslim countries. And so this is kind of her clap back at why that all happened. So it's a full rounded story about everything she believes in and where that all came from, and I loved it. I thought I had a copy of this, but it's not on my shelf, so I don't know what happened there. I got 2 books just for funsies because they have been on my wish list for a while and they were pretty cheap on thrift books. This first one is literally perfect condition and it's signed. This book's called Unicorn Tracks by Julia Ember. All I know is that this is a female-female romance about girls who are trying to protect unicorns from poachers. So it's like this mystical setting where there's mythical creatures and there's unicorns. I'm emo. I don't know if it's good. I haven't heard a single review over it, but the concept alone, 5 stars. The last book I got from thrift books is Taylor Jenkins' Read book Forever Interrupted My friend Emily is obsessed with Taylor Jenkins Reid, as most of BookTube is, because of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but she says that all of her books are amazing. They all are really beautifully written, and they have not just really pretty love stories, but also really deep questions and meaning behind each of the plots, so it's not just like vapid, dare I say, Christina Lauren romance. So I am interested in reading more of Taylor Jenkins Reid, but I didn't know where to start, and Emily said Forever Interrupted was her second favorite after Evelyn Hugo. The way Emily explained this to me was so interesting, but just by reading the back of this book, I know I'm not gonna do it justice or even tell you it correctly.
Forever Interrupted is about a woman named Elsie who meets Ben in a pizza shop on New Year's Day, and 5 months later she has eloped with him. However, 9 days after that, Ben is killed in an accident and Elsie goes to the hospital and meets her mother-in-law for the first time, who doesn't know that she exists. This book is really, really good because it is a great combination of seeing Ben and Elsie fall in love in flashbacks, but then also watching Elsie go through her grief and creating this bond with this mother figure that she never realized that she could have or that she realized that she needed. I just loved it so much. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It is Taylor Jenkins Reid at her best. Highly recommend. I hope you enjoy it.
Emily just made me super excited to read this. That's my only excuse. So this is my haul, not including the one torn up book that I literally threw over there. Today I have no plans except maybe reading with the cats again, maybe applying for some jobs. I really want breakfast right now though, so I think I'm gonna go make some sorrel. Just relaxing with my gals. Hi. Today is a roller coaster. I went to bed at 6 a.m., had a job interview at 9. Now it's 11:05 a.m. The Defy Me cover is supposed to drop at 12, which is 12 Eastern time, which is 11 this time. So I'm gonna look at the Defy Me cover for the first time. Okay. My prediction for this cover is I think it's going to be two things. There could be a multitude of things, but my biggest predictions are, my original prediction was like red, fire, or orange, but that ended up being the Shadow Me cover. So now my prediction is something with like gray or black and like ash, soot, smoke themed. Like the eyelashes could like be wisps of smoke, or it could be like a more nature theme that's similar to the rest of the series. The eyelashes will be like evergreen pine branches. The book theme will be like a dark green. But yeah, that's my biggest prediction. Now I'm going to, let me go and see if Tahada tweeted it. So, okay, wait, it's here. I saw a preview of it and it was really light. Oh my god, I see purple. There are guys outside doing work, but okay, wait. I was so stressed I couldn't even stop and explain properly, but there were guys outside painting, so that's what the shh is for the rest of the clip. I'm sorry I didn't realize it was so loud, but it's pretty distracting. Hope you enjoy. Oh my god, it's purple. Oh my god, it's purple. Okay. It's purple. I thought if they were gonna go purple, they were gonna go all out purple, but whoa! Are those blades? I like feel numb right now. The tagline I will always remember. It's so fitting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, so they want me to forget. One of my theories was that her parents, she was taken away from her parents unwillingly, but this means that her parents wanted her to forget, so time to fight about it. Oh my god! This is not what I was anticipating. I always thought like the eyelashes and stuff would always be like a natural material, but they're, whoa. Honestly, I don't know what's happening down below with like the confetti looking. In the vein of honesty, looking at it from far away, I'm like, it's not amazing. Like, I know they're kind of stretching the eye cover to different places because like how much can you do with an eye? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see it in person because I don't wait. Pre-order incentive, get a Shatter Me Eye pencil set. So y'all aren't gonna give us like a snippet or anything? Okay, so there is some cohesion. It's not gonna look weird on the shelf. It's not gonna be like a Kingdom of Ash yellow. That's my reaction. Not what I was expecting. Not sure if I love it, But wait, oh, she looks so hot. Oh, look at her. Okay, wait, I like it. My deal is I thought purple was gonna be the 6th book because purple is like the color of her outfit in book 1. I was like, they're gonna bring it full circle at the end, but they did it now. I feel like the eye looks very naked. Like there's a lot happening up top and on the bottom, which just have like weird fallout confetti. But yeah, I'm about to get some free eyeliner. It's not free, I bought 6 copies of the book, but I'm about to get me some eyeliner. Okay, bye. Good freaking morning, everyone. I woke up super early today at like 5 a.m. No, like 4 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. So for the past couple hours, I've been tooting around, I've been reading, but I just wanted to update. I've been making my way through this book more and more. I realize as I continue reading this that the reason I put it down isn't that like I got out of reading it, because I used to be saying, oh, I can't get back into it now because I was on a roll and then I stopped reading it. But the reality is it's getting more and more confusing because now the timeline is really speeding up and it keeps jumping back and forth between flashbacks and stuff, so it's just getting a lot more tedious to read. There's like 520 pages and I'm currently on page 366. I'm gonna try and finish this before I upload this vlog. So this morning my mom is not at the house. She had to go somewhere really early, so I was on cat feeding duty. So I got up, went to go feed them, then realized they were already fed. So now I'm out here just for chilling. But my pony's on the ground sleeping. So I'm doing a little snuggle with him. We're saying hi to each other this morning, huh, bud? It's so weird to see them on the ground. Because usually when I come out here to come see him laying down, he'll stand up and be like, I wasn't sleeping. But now we're just cuddling, huh, bud? He's a handsome boy. Your eye is closing. You're so sweet. And he's all the way down. That's a sleepy boy, huh? Alright, this is the current setup. They're getting attacked over there, and I'm getting attacked over here. Mom is doing a nice little groom over there. I brought my novel. She's gotta come see it. I need to end off this vlog, but I'm gonna end it after I sit out here and read with them, because it feels really good outside. It's not too cold in here, and they're doing such good snuggles and plays that I just want to chill in here for a bit, because they're so fun to be with, even though they keep peeing on the floor instead of in their litter box. Oh, Sam. Let's read, mamas. You could come help. this vlog is 10 minutes longer because of cat footage, which I'm sure you're not complaining. I'd rather watch the kittens sleep than me rambling. I'm gonna end the vlog here, even though I still have about 100 pages of the book I'm currently reading. I got to page 386, which is like 120 from the finish. I don't anticipate seeing myself reading 100 pages of this in one sitting, so I'm gonna try to stop prolonging this vlog. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to upload these vlogs with more regularity once I start a job and I actually have structure in my life. Until then, buy my books on Depop, like, comment, smash the unsubscribe button. Bye.